Hello? Can you hear me? Hello, can anyone hear me? All right, welcome. I can see. Just start typing in to let me know you're coming in. All right, I'm just waiting for some few people to join, and then I'm going to start talking about the MudGirl Run. All right, welcome. Hello. Hello. Yeah, just go ahead and type your questions. If you have any questions, just go ahead and type them. I'm just going to give a couple of minutes, about 2 more minutes. So yes, the mod event is done. I can see Val asking if the mod event is done. So with the mod event, it had different waves. It started around 8:30, and the last one was at 1 p.m. today. So I'm talking about the one in Dallas. So the last wave, which is the one I did today, was at 1 p.m. So we just got off from there. So the event is done for today in Dallas. I think next week is the one for Houston. So if you have any question, especially with the pandemic still going on and how the social distancing or what happened during the run, if it was different from the previous ones, just ask your questions. So I'll just be going over what happened today with the run. And if you have any questions, just go ahead and ask, and I'll do my best to answer them. So the one today, like I said earlier, started at 8:30. Um, so I did the 1 p.m. run. It was pretty interesting. It there was a lot of music and it was really fun. So we had 17 plus obstacles to run through in the mud. So I am going to be sharing some of those videos later, and I'm gonna update you with the link. So if you have any questions, just ask. I know some of the questions people were asking on the Facebook page was if men could run, and for the Dallas run today, it was just the females that were running. So, someone asked if their husband could run with them, but your husband can be there to take pictures, to support you on the sidelines, but he cannot run the race because it's a female race. So at least for the one in Dallas, it was just females running, and I didn't see no males. So, um, Shay is asking about the obstacles in different states. I'm not really sure about the obstacles in other states, but I'm talking for Dallas, Texas. We had about 24 different obstacles to go through. So I don't know about it. Probably changes in other states depending on the land and you know the climate, but I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna speak for Dallas, Texas. So yeah, it was really interesting. We had to go through different very, very interesting obstacles in the mud. So it was really fun. Um, yeah. So can you type what state you're from, Shay, so I could see if I can help you? Just let me know what state and what date is your run. Because I know for Houston it's next week, next weekend. Yeah, and also another question that was brought up was if you can run the race by yourself, if it has to be in groups. Yes, you can run the race by yourself. There's mostly it's preferable if you come in a group. It's more fun because you have like matching attires. It's more fun. You know each other, you're having fun also. But if you don't have anybody to come with, you can show up by yourself. You would meet a lot of people there that um, you will meet a lot of people there, that you can make friends with or that you can run with. So it's pretty interesting because you will not be by yourself. Like the obstacles where you could not climb up a hill because you kept sliding down, there will be someone there to hold you up. Like all the females kind of work together. So that was really helpful because there was no one left behind. There was no one standing alone. So we were helping each other climb some of the obstacles. So don't be worried that you're by yourself, you can't do it. You definitely meet people there. First time. Oh, okay. So Shay, okay, you live in Texas. Oh, okay. So oh, okay. So your first time today, yeah. And I hope you enjoyed it like I did because it was really fun for me today. So yeah, it was so much fun. But yeah, I think um we had so much fun. I don't know how the morning was. I feel like the morning was really cold here in Texas, but the sun came out a little bit more around 1. So it was really fun to, and the weather was really good today. So that was fun. So yes, I'll just be answering some of the questions that I was receiving on the Facebook page. Another question that came up was, um, what if there's like a mistake in changing your name, or you know so with mistakes, I know I had that issue where my name had a mistake, and I contacted there's a number that say contact us on the web page. So once you go there, just click on that number. Just click there. You're going to put what you need to be corrected, and they are going to correct that for you. So mine, it didn't take up to 30 minutes for them to send me a reply with the correct names that I requested. So I think they are pretty fast. And today's event was really nice because, first of all, the weather was really good. I mean, it started off cold in the morning, but then it was warmer um, towards this time, towards 1 p.m. Also, the volunteers that were there were really, really helpful. So it made it kind of easier to go through the course because everyone there was really helpful. So um, yeah, so just ask what questions. If you have any questions, just ask us, and I will try my best to help. So, like I said, I will be uploading pictures later on my YouTube page. I would also be putting a video of the obstacle so that you can see what the obstacles were like if you haven't um, done it before, and if this is going to be your first time. Yeah. So, any questions? I'm just here to answer all your questions today. If you see me looking around, it's just because I'm also getting questions on my phone. So I'm trying to respond to them. But another question that was asked also on the Facebook group was how long it takes. It well, it took us about, because we started at 1 and we ended up around 2:30. So it took us about, about 2 hours to, like, oh yeah, almost 1.5 to 2 hours to complete the course. Um, you could complete it faster if you wanted to, but we were just running, sometimes walking, and just having fun. It's just a fun one that we were just having fun doing the run. So if you wanted to be you know faster, you could do it in lesser speed than that. What I'm gonna advise anyone that wants to do this run to do is to bring like a change of clothes, because you will be soaking wet after the run. So try to bring a change of clothes um, to wear right after the run. So the Mud Girl Run is a 3 mile run, 5K run that supports breast cancer, supports the research for breast cancer. So this one is fun, just running with in the mud, and going down slides. Um, That was pretty fun. I think my favorite one was just going down the slides. That was so much fun. Yeah, so if you haven't tried it, if you're thinking about trying it, you should go ahead and try try to do it. So, any more questions? So another question that came up was about food. I think the food stands over there. You could get drinks, you could get some snacks around there too. So just bring enough money with you. For Dallas, there was paid parking, so it was $10 to park. And if you have four people or more, you paid $10. But if you had less people, you paid $15. So it's easier if you have cash to pay. So yeah, it was paid parking for Dallas, for the mod one in Dallas. And also some of the shirts that you like, the one I'm wearing right now, it's like when you go there, there'll be stands there that it costs like $30 to get one of these shirts. So if you needed one of them, you could get it there. They really run small, so try to get like a bigger size, because the one I'm wearing right now is an extra large. So I should have probably taken an extra large, but it's okay. Um, yeah, the shirts they want real small, so try to get like a real bigger size of the shirt. So if you're just joining us, just go ahead and put your question, just comment and just write down, just type your question and I will answer your question for you. So if you're just now joining us, go ahead and put your questions. So after the run, there is a rinse area where you get to rinse all the mud off your body. So at that point, if you have a change of clothes, like I mentioned earlier, it's good to bring a change of clothes so that you can rinse off, you know, and then, get into clean clothes, get into dry clothes. So it is really important to get a change of clothes. Yes. So pretty much that's what the mud run is all about. Just running through obstacles in the mud, which I would say it's so much fun. It was so much fun. It was really entertaining. There was music, there was food, but you had to buy your own food. But it was just people having fun and just laughing, you know. Also, people had concern about the pandemic. If you wanted to wear your mask, you were allowed to wear your mask. But in the area before, as soon as you get in, you had to have your mask on before going in for the run. So once the run started, you could take off your mask, and right at the end of the run, you could put your mask back on. So that's basically what happened. Yeah. So just let me know what questions you have. Um, Others were asking about what kinds of clothes and shoes to wear for this run. I would say for the shoes, just get like a really old pair of shoes that you really don't like, that you really don't care for. And also, I mean, I met some people that just went to Walmart and got a $10 pair of shoes. Yeah, most people had like sneakers on. I didn't see anyone with boots on because it's a lot of climbing and going down the hills and climbing hills and all kinds of obstacles. So it's better if you have something that's really comfortable, like a sneaker where you can run up the hill and go down the hill and climb up the ropes and um, go down. So that's what I would recommend for shoes. At the end of the day, if you had like an old shoes, most people I saw were just throwing up the shoes. I mean, those that bought the shoes for $10 just for this threw them away. If you had an old pair of shoes, you know, of sneakers, most people just throw their shoes away after the run. So that might be something you may think about. So yeah, so just think about what you want to wear and choose something that it doesn't bother you, that is dirty, because there will be obstacles that are above the waist level where you'll be in water or mud. So try to have something that you don't really care for, because it's gonna get dirty, you know. Yeah, so again, if you're just joining us and you have any questions, just go ahead and leave a comment right there, and I will answer your question to the best of my ability. So, this is just about the mod one race today. So, if you have any questions about this race, just type a comment and I will respond. So I'm just waiting for your questions. And these ways also, I think anyone could do it unless you have like a medical condition. So I saw like really you know, older people running, and it was really encouraging just to see their strength and their resilience just going through the obstacles. So anyone could run this race. I think the youngest I saw was like a 5-year old or a 10-year old. So yeah, anyone can run this race. So yeah. So if you're just joining us, go ahead and ask your question and I will respond to it. So Val is asking, how tough are these obstacles? So these obstacles, they are really, really, really challenging. Some of them you had to climb like on a rope and go all the way up and then climb and then go back down. Um, some of them you had to hold the rope to pull you up the hill. So, but anyone could do it. I saw ladies like 75-year-old ladies just killing it. So it's just like patience, and you can actually do it just taking your time. And it was really nice because there was so much teamwork. There were people helping each other, holding each other's hand, just um, walking like a team. So that was really helpful. So the obstacles were fun, and we had a strong sense of teamwork. Yeah. So that was what happened. So any more questions? So if you have any questions, just go ahead and ask. Again, if you're just joining us, this is just the Q&A about the mod run. Um, so just if you have any question, just go ahead and comment right there, and I'll respond to your question. So I'm waiting for more questions. And if you see me looking at my phone, I'm just answering to other questions that are coming through. Yeah, so any questions that you might have about the mod run today? So I'm just answering more questions on different sites. So yes, Shay, that's a good question, and I think that's what I'm gonna do next year or whenever I do this one again. When you volunteer, you run for free, and you also get a free shirt. So um, yes, when you volunteer, you run for free. Because I was actually running with a lady that volunteered, and she told me that she was running because she volunteered, it was free. So I'm thinking of doing that myself when I do the next one. So I'll probably try going other states just to kind of see how their obstacles are, if it's the same thing or if it's different. Again, I have questions here. Yeah, so if you're just joining us, I see a couple of people joining. Um, okay. Yes, so the proceed goes to breast cancer research. Um, so this one, the proceed from this one goes to breast cancer research. Yeah. Um, let's see. So Rose is asking about how many obstacles. So we had like 24 obstacles today. So it was different, um, different obstacles, you know, just running in the mud or just swimming in the mud or not actually swimming, but just trying to make your way across in a pool of water. So, oh wow. So yeah, that that there were 24. I'm just finishing with Rose. Yeah, 24 obstacles today. And Shay, thank you for sharing. I'm just so happy. You know that you're a survivor. You know you're strong. And just thank you for taking part in this activity, today. So that's great. And that's the reason why this is being done. So, yeah, that's good. So, yeah, I see some new people joining us. So, yeah, we've just been talking about the mod run. So, if you have any questions, just let us know what your question is. So, let us know. Let me know what your question is from the run today. Like I said, okay, Shay, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. And I wish you all the best. So, if you have any questions, just continue to comment and I will be answering most of the questions. And like I said earlier, I would also be sharing most of the obstacles we went through on a YouTube video just to kind of prepare your mind if you are thinking about doing this, if you're thinking about taking part in this. So it's really something to consider doing because it's fun and you don't even feel like you're doing a 3 mile run. So it's not, you don't have to run if you don't want to, but if you want to run, you can go ahead and run. So it's 3 miles. It's so much fun. It's you just falling and getting up and climbing and just going down obstacles, which is to me it's fun. You don't feel like you went 3 miles. I was talking to a couple of older ladies today who did pretty good, by the way, and they were talking about how they didn't even feel how the time went by, or this is their first time for them to actually complete a 3 mile, which is a 5K, just because it was so much fun. So you can do it. Okay, so Rose is asking about friends and family. How involved can they get while cheering on? So there is only so much you can do as a family, cheering on. There are sidelines, but then again, there are kind of areas where you cannot go to. So you can see them from the sideline, you can share them, you can take pictures, but certain areas you cannot go there because of, they're using those areas for the race. So it's kind of challenging going through the sidelines to get to continue cheering all the way because you would end up taking part in the activity too. You end up, there's a lot of mud, so you might end up being soaked in mud. So yeah, so families can cheer from the side and there's enough room for them to cheer, along the lines, even though they are not going to see all the obstacles, but at least they will be able to cheer on. Yeah. Thank you for that question. Um, any more question? So if you're just joining us, it's just Q&A about the MudGirl Run. So if you have any questions, just go ahead and type it in, and I am going to answer to the best of my ability. So, um, so all right. So Carmela is asking how I felt about the run. So this one was really so this one was this I think this was my favorite um 3K 3 miles 5K that I have done. It was so much fun. There was teamwork amongst the ladies, just helping each other from falling or from sliding in the mud, and then it was a lot of laughter from falling and just standing back up. So it was a really, really fun race. So I felt, well, for now, I'm feeling really good after the race, but I fell a couple of times. So I cannot say how I'm going to feel tomorrow. But for right now, I feel really good. So, yeah, it was fun to me. And I think most people will say the same. Yeah, so we are almost done with this Q&A. We have just 8 more minutes. So if anyone has any questions or anything to share about this one, just let me know in the comment area. So if you have any more questions, let us know. So I'm just gonna encourage anyone that wants to try doing this run to go for it. It's really fun. It's really fun. So just go for it. And if you're by yourself, there's people there. You're going to meet a bunch of ladies there, and you're going to run together. You can even make new friends just from running together. So just go for it. Let's see. Let me try to answer more questions. Um, yep. So I see a couple of people joining. If you have any questions, just go ahead and continue and ask us. Okay. I know someone was asking me earlier how much was the run. Um, how long did it take to get through it? So, like I mentioned earlier, it took. So we started at 1. So it took about an hour, 30 minutes because we were really slow. So we probably ended around 2:30. So we were slow, we were having fun while doing it, but I think you can do it faster if you are just running through everything, and we were just trying to have fun while doing it, so it was slow paced. But you can take way shorter time to do it, and you can also, it just depends on you. Yeah. All right, so we're almost done with the Q&A for today. um if you have any more questions after this, this will be on my YouTube page, so just go ahead and ask your questions. Yeah, so we have about 5 more minutes for any last questions. All right, just waiting. Yeah, it was really fun. It was a fun ways from, Rose is asking, if it was a fun ways. Yes, it was really, really, really much fun. Like I mentioned earlier, you don't even feel like you're going through a 3 mile run because it was just so much fun. And then another question is, can you have your phone on you? Well, it just depends if you have like a waterproof, protective device over that phone, because it's going to get wet, it's going to be in the mud. So try to have like a protection, like a water protective um, gear over the phone. If not, that might destroy your phone because, like I said earlier, it's a lot of muddy areas and there's water, and you have to, low crawl in the mud, you have to high crawl. So it's just different things that you do that might affect your phone. So I will not recommend. Okay. All right. So we're almost done. If you have any questions, you might send it in later. But if not, we are going to be closing the chat. And like I said earlier, I'm going to edit the pictures and go ahead and upload it so that you can actually see what happened during the race. You can actually see, you know, some of those obstacles, and um, so that you can decide for yourself with a visual if you want to go ahead and do this race. But I would recommend this 100%. It's something you want to try. It's something really fun, really interesting. So go ahead and try to run the race. Yes, so if that is all for the questions today, if anyone has any more questions, if not, we are going to close the chat for today. So just let me know if you have any questions by just leaving a comment. All right. So thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. You can still ask your questions and I will provide the answers. So I'm going to be here for a little bit. So go ahead and ask your questions. So thank you again for watching. All right. I will. All right. Thank you for watching. So I'll go ahead and upload some of those pictures for you to see. All right. See you next time. Bye bye.